Okay, so let's talk about how do you make it big in affiliate marketing. How do you make 10 grand selling somebody else's products? How about 100? How about $1 million bucks? Listen, if you are somebody who is a big thinker, if you're somebody who is like, dude, I'm sick and tired of being sick and tired, you know what I'm talking about? Like if you're like, I'm done settling, I am done being average, I am done feeling average, I am done feeling mediocre, I'm done just settling for this much. I want to go big, I want to expand, I know there is something better for me, I just need to find a way to get there. You know what I mean? Like if you are that type of thinker, you and I need to talk. We've got something in common because that's what I wanted to do when I got started. And I want to talk to you about specifically what helped me break through and create an unbelievable life, like completely change everything through affiliate marketing. So in this particular video, I want to discuss affiliate marketing a little bit and why I love it so much. And I'm going to share with you the biggest #1 secret that when you understand this, you know, some people say, well, the secret is there is no secret, right? Have you heard that saying? Yeah, I say that sometimes too. And that's true. But you know what? There is also a flip side of that coin. And you know, when I think about it, I'm like, dude, it's really not a secret. A lot of this is just common sense kind of stuff. But because people overlook it, because people are going out there looking for secrets, and then they overlook the very thing that can change their life, and it's hidden in a plain sight, right? That thing becomes a secret because nobody's even noticing it anymore. You see what I'm saying? So I want to share with you an idea, a strategy here in this video that will help you make 10K, 100K, $1 million, 10 million selling somebody else's products. Let me tell you why I love affiliate marketing so much. See, I got started in this industry as an online marketer in 2005, right after we got married. We got married at the end of 2004. In 2005, I started as an affiliate for selling products for another company. First 8 months, struggled like crazy. Didn't have any money, so I had to borrow a bunch of money. If you have been following me, watching my videos, you probably know the story. But I wanted to make it for my personal reasons. Initially, I could care less about changing the world, teaching other people, whatever. I was selfish. I wanted to retire my parents. I was like, I want to provide for my parents. I wanted to provide for my wife. I promised her some things when we were getting married. I said, one of the things I told her, I said, baby, you're not going to work unless you absolutely want to, but you will not have to work. And I did not know how I was going to do that. It's just something I wanted to create, for my wife. Give her that opportunity that, hey, if you don't want to work, you don't have to work. I got you. I got us. You know what I mean? And then third thing is, for me, I like to have good lifestyle. I am done. I don't want to be mediocre. And didn't have a slightest idea of how that was going to happen. I just wanted that to happen. You know what I mean? And I was committed to making it happen. I want to talk to you in this video, and the first and foremost is you got to be hungry. All right? Now that's a different topic for a different day, maybe. I want to give you something practical, something that if you just focus on cultivating and building and developing and just really have that in the back of your head in whatever it is that you're doing as an entrepreneur, it will make giant difference in your business and therefore in your life. All right? How you change your life is by first changing your bank account. Make sense? So if you can change your bank account, you can change how you feel, right? Miraculously, it's crazy how your self-esteem is directly connected with your bank account. I don't care what anybody else tells you. If you have money in the bank, all right, you are more confident. When you have money in the bank, you are more calm, right? Or wrong? Come on, tell me in the comments, right? Check it out. When you have money in the bank and you don't have financial stress and financial pressure, when you have money in the bank, your relationships are better. Miraculously. How does that work? I don't know. When you have money in the bank, your self-confidence is higher. When your self-confidence is higher, people around you tend to be better because they just reflect on what you are. Make sense? Crazy good things happen when you have money in the bank. So you need to focus on having money in the bank. How do you have more money in the bank? You need to understand the rules of the game, right? Number one is understand the game that you're playing. So the game that I love, and this is what changed my life, was affiliate marketing. So I started out knowing nothing, no knowledge of marketing, no knowledge of what to promote, how to promote. I just happened to like join a company and they're like, all right, promote this link. And I was doing what everybody else was doing. And I got goose egg, nothing, right? Got to the point where I was lowest financial point in our lives, couldn't rub, $2 together. Literally didn't have $1.19 to my name. No credit card, wife is not working, I'm not working. I got nothing coming in tremendous amounts of debt, crazy. Wouldn't wish it on anybody, but it was a big lesson. Mentor came into my life and said 2 things you gotta master. How to get traffic, how do you market, right? Get traffic, get visitors, and then learn how to get those visitors, turn them into leads and sales. In other words, convert them, okay? Traffic and conversions, that's it. You can write your own paycheck. Now, these 2 things are core skill sets in marketing for any entrepreneur. I don't care if you're selling pens, I don't care if you're selling info products or real estate or cars, doesn't matter. You need to build an audience, get the audience, and then turn them into your, bring them into your world, right? So turn them into leads and then sales, turn them into your customers. Now, these 2 things, okay, need to be layered over on top of the foundational stuff, which I talk about a lot, which is this stuff that's inside your head, right? So if you believe that you're going to be failure, I don't care what I teach you, I don't care what you put on top of that foundation, there is no foundation, okay? And can you imagine building a skyscraper without foundation? It will never work, okay? So the reason I'm talking to you a lot about what I'm talking to you about in these videos, by the way, if you haven't subscribed, subscribe right now, click the notification bell, because I drop these videos every day, Monday through Friday, talking about things that will be good for you when you implement them. So you need to handle the business, because this is the foundation, right? Now, once you have, if you believe you're destined for greatness, if you believe there is something better for you, if you like, see what I'm saying? Like, if you have that stuff handled, if you have your head right, then I can teach you some marketing stuff on top of it. You're gonna crush it. You're gonna become unstoppable. You're gonna dominate, right? So I started to focus on those 2 things. Write this down. Here's the secret. I'm just gonna drop it to you right now. Build a community. The reason why most people fail in affiliate marketing is because they're doing what everybody else is doing. They're just going for a sale, a transaction. When I was doing that, I was failing. When I started to focus on building a community, I started to succeed big time. What do I mean by building a community? That's exactly what I mean. Build a community around your idea. Now, people don't buy products. People buy the thing that is beyond the product, okay? So if you're selling a how to lose weight kind of a product, right? Training program or pill or whatever it is, might be, and you're an affiliate, people don't care about that thing. People care about the result of the thing. If you're selling, how to build a business and make money, people don't care about your course. They care about the result that they will get because they went through that course. That makes sense? So that's whatever that result is that the product delivers, that is your nucleus around which you need to build a community around, right? So when I started to do that, and I'll tell you in a minute here how, some of the practical things that you need to focus on to build that community. But man, my life changed. My life went, it changed 180 degrees. Let me just give you a couple perspectives here, a couple examples. And again, I'm not somebody special. We teach this stuff right now. We have a big company and big office and, and employees and all that stuff. We're, really cool things are happening right now. We teach this kind of stuff. But I started out doing this. I could care less about teaching it, right? I was doing it. And so I went from making nothing to getting into massive success. $30,000 in a month, that's like $300,000 in a year. Can you imagine? I've never made that kind of money before, and income grew from there from like $30,000, $40,000, $50,000 in a month. Just selling other people's products. I didn't have to create a product. I did not have to run a big company. I did not have to have any employees. I did not have to customer service people. I did not have to mess with merchant accounts. I did not have to be tied into a location. It's independence, man. It's like real stuff. And for the first time in my life, I experienced this magical freedom that I was like, oh my goodness, this is like unbelievable stuff. We wanted to buy a car, so instead of going to the bank, we just wrote a check for it, all from affiliate marketing. We wanted to, I remember I was at the, I went on a trip, and I was, stopped by this jewelry store, and I see this beautiful ring, diamond ring. It's my wife's birthday, and coming up, right? And I'm like, I want to get her something nice, and see a ring, $27,000, $28,000. Stroke a check for it. That kind of success, it's like stupid things, right? It's like, dude, whatever, you're wasting money. But it wasn't the thing, because there's money coming in. Okay. Now, when you have sales and money coming in, you can do good things. Affiliate marketing allowed me to win cool stuff, right? There's companies that run all kinds of sales contests and stuff like that. So when you get good at affiliate marketing, you can crush it. I remember there was a contest that one company was running, $35,000 in cash for the #1 spot, sales contest. I'm like, yeah, I'm going for it. Learned a few things, right? So #1, remember, foundational, okay? Your think. If this is messed up, nothing I can tell you is gonna matter. Promise you. That's why we work on this, and we work on the key skill sets in marketing. If you want to become that top 4%er, you've got to have these 3 things in place. Yourself, right? And then core skill sets in marketing. How do you get traffic? How do you convert it into leads and sales? You can plug any product, go into any company, any industry with these 3 things, this trio over here, you, my friend, become unstoppable. That's it. You don't have to worry about the latest gadget or thing that's going on or trend or whatever. You can literally write your check. Okay? I won cool stuff. I won the $35,000 in cash. There was another contest, $20,000. Went for that, got that. There was another contest, a car, won a car. Good. Made a whole bunch of money, plus won all kinds of stuff. Won trips. Cool stuff. You know what I mean? So I remember, we wanted to get us a different house, and went to the bank. Bank is like, I see your income is like tripling every single year. What are you doing? I'm like, well, I'm doing affiliate marketing, selling other companies' products, and they couldn't believe it. They couldn't believe how somebody could have their income tripling every single year, year to year, 300% growth. And they're like, we don't feel comfortable. We don't understand this business. We don't understand this game. We said, you know what? Forget you guys. We're going to bill it with cash. All through affiliate marketing. Over $1 million. All through affiliate marketing. I'm telling you, when you get good at this stuff, this is before I started teaching this. This is way before. I was able to retire. I mean, cool things can happen for you. So what's the big secret? The big secret, if you want to make it big here, my friend, in affiliate marketing, is build a community around what you're doing. The bottom line, okay, here's what it all comes down to. #1, always build a community around whatever it is that you're doing. If I'm selling this Rolex pen right here, right? I want to build a community of enthusiasts, of the crazy ones that would be crazy about this pen. Okay? Now, what could we have something in common that could be talked about, that we could get crazy about, that is surrounding this product? People don't pay a couple $100 for this stupid pen because they want a pen to write with. It's something that's beyond that. Make sense? So whatever the product you're selling, think about the result that the product delivers, and then build a community where you guys can talk about something in common around that result. Okay? And you become the leader of that community. Huge tip for you. I just gave you $1 million tip. Don't be like everybody else. Don't be like the rest of the sheep. You want to become a leader of the community that you initiate. That's why so many people are trying to do affiliate marketing and 97% of them fail, while 3% make, $5 to $100,000 a month. Make sense? Now, how do you build a community? You need to have some basic tools. #1, you need to build an audience. Okay? So to build an audience, you need to have a capture mechanism. Pretty simple, right? You can either build a landing page for yourself, you can hire somebody, but you build yourself a custom landing page. Okay? Now you can use ClickFunnels, lead pages. There's all kinds of software and platforms you can use to do that. #2, once you're capturing them, okay, when you promote, you capture them into your capture page, you build an you build a list, and you need to keep them somewhere, right? So this is where the autoresponder comes into the into the picture, and it's really, really handy tool. Okay, GetResponse, Aweber, Entreport, Infusionsoft, all these other things, companies you can go to. So you need that. It's very, very basic foundational thing. And then number 3, this is a biggie. For you to have a community, you need to have a place where community can hang out. Okay, and this is your home on the internet. You need to have a home on the internet, my friend. The people that are crushing it consistently, they have a place where they can invite their list, they can invite others, a home on the internet. Okay, a leader without a home on the internet is no leader. He's just a follower. You get it? So have a home on the internet. What's a home? A home is your personal site. It can be your membership site. It can be your personal site thing, a place where you can deliver value, where you can talk about the common things you have, with your audience. Okay, you can post your ideas. You can talk about who you are, what you believe in, what it is that you're about, what you tolerate, what you don't tolerate, and let people connect with you there based on who you are, not based on the product. Product is just something that you endorse and recommend. Okay, it's just a means to an end, just a bridge between what people want, the result. Okay, it's just that thing that's gonna get them there. But you become the driving force of that vision, of that idea. You become the idea person, and for you to propagate your idea, you need to have a home on the internet. Okay, I remember I did a promotion once for a product, for a company. When I started to build my community, I had 1,000 people that I've invited to a webinar. Not outsiders, these were 1,000 people from my community. Okay, that I was building. I was building my home on the internet, and I invited 1,000 people, and I said, hey guys, come on to the webinar, I'm gonna talk to you about an idea. And I was promoting this other company. I had an idea to promote this company. And I've invited 1,000 people. Okay, 1,000 people showed up on the webinar. It's a private webinar. They already knew me by that time. Okay, this is a big secret. Most people don't get it, but 1,000 people showed up. That one webinar resulted in over $580,000 in commissions earned for me as an affiliate. 1,000 people, crazy. One webinar, an hour and a half or 2 hours, live webinar. I followed up with another one to these same people, answered some additional questions and that kind of stuff. Another 210,000, 230,000 came in. Over $700,000 generated in commissions from 1,000 people that I've invited, because I was building my home, right? I built a community around what I was all about, what I believed in, serve those people, all that kind of stuff. You need to be doing that kind of stuff. I made millions of dollars focusing on exactly what I just showed you here, or talked about here in this short video. Okay, so I want to encourage you, if you want to make it big, my friend, get the knowledge first and foremost. Get the right kind of knowledge. Thanks for watching. See you tomorrow.